Hello, Jerry here with MAB. I'm going to be reviewing some assistive technology, some very innovative assistive technology that has a lot of applications. I want to give a special thanks to the Smith Fund for helping us to procure these and many more types of assistive technology, access technology to service our client base, the visually impaired. Today we're going to be reviewing the Orcam reader. I am here on multiple screens so that you can see many of the angles and get a better idea generally of how this device works. Like I said, it has a lot of applications. So there is some level of detail and complexity to it. But in essence, it's a simple device in terms of its function. It is an optical character recognition solution. It is a wearable device. Right here, I have the glasses. To the side, it has a metal mount that allows it with magnets to connect the Orcam My Eye 2 device, which is a nice little form factor here, to the wearable glasses. So you can see that on both angles there. Okay, I'm going to put these on. I'm going to make sure that the camera is facing forward, and I'll take these off 1 second. And behind here, we have the metal piece here. It's a magnetic metal piece here that actually connects to the charger, which is also metal as well. So nice choice in terms of utilizing the magnets to connect the devices as well as to physically connect it to the glasses. So I'm very impressed with the physical hardware piece of this tool. Over here we have our on button. So I'm going to press this here, and then you'll see the LED lights go on. Okay, this actually, I have this connected to my Bluetooth speaker. So I'm going to turn that on now and try to get a connection going. And here's my speaker here.
Battery 90%. Connected to My Eye.
The Bose micro sound link connected.
So right now I have this the device, the Orcam, connected to a speaker here. It was trying to connect this to my television set, which would have been nice. Wasn't able to do that, but it does pick it up. So if you are able to, connect it, that is a good way to utilize, your TV speakers. You could also put, information there for the device to read it as well. I'll see if I demo that. Okay, I'm going to put the device on. So the LED light is here, and it's kind of not intuitive in this sense. With the LED light being here,
Cuckoo.
Just read my keyboard. The light is here when you turn it on, and then there'll be another light here, and then we'll have our touchpad here where we can do some gestures. So I'm gonna put the camera facing forward, and I know that because the metal piece is here on this end,
Volume
here,
down.
and I can easily connect it magnetically. You can hear that click to the glasses. So again, this is a wearable assistive technology device. This is a trend that's happening in this space, which is a very good trend. Okay. Right now, I'm going to share my screen so that we can read some content with the Orcam reader. So I'm going to navigate to some text here. As you can see on the side, You can see where I'm visually positioning the information. I'm going to make this a full screen so we can see this a little better. And I'm going to point towards some text, make that slightly larger, because that will help in terms of the recognition piece. There's multiple ways to accomplish the same task. One way to start the reading process is by pointing at a particular region, and the
Copyright 2020 Orcam Technologies Limited, all rights reserved.
And the Orcam device will then read that information. I can also go down a line here to a particular region, and it will...
Secrets and international treaties. No license or rights are hereby transferred to the user of this guide, and say guide shall remain the sole and exclusive property of Orcam. No part of this guide shall be used.
I just used the stop reading gesture, which is an open palm. So just showed some, just optical gestures, which the device picked up. One to read by pointing specifically at a location, and it reads the information underneath that information. It reads the information underneath the place where you've placed your pointer finger. So I'll just demo that one more time. And then I move my finger.
Proprietor of all the rights and all the intellectual property rights in this guide.
And then I did the gesture, the hand gesture again, to silence it. Okay, so that's one way to actually navigate the reading command gestures. The other way to do this is very manual, which is always good. You want more than just a gesture based solution, and it's a good indicator of good design, is by tapping on the touch bar. You'll hear a click.
Log into Fedina Benefits API Google Facet, mute, stop video, security, hash. Participants, you are screen sharing. New share, pause, share, annotate, stop share, remote control, more. Table of contents. Jerry FELIZ, get prep, get started, get comfortable, terms and safety. 06/11/23/30.
So I'm going to take one finger and tap to stop it. So it's just a single tap on the touch bar, which will enable you to scan a picture. I'm super impressed with the radius of the recognition of the information. It's grabbing all of my computer screen right now, and it's picking up all of the content, including the Zoom meeting information, some of the things that you would typically see on the Safari browser, and the Orcam manual that I have open on the website here. So very impressive in terms of the function, the functional component to it. So that's one piece that you can do using this, using the device. So very, very simple reading commands that empower the person to easily access printed information. It is not, it is, once you become comfortable using the device and get familiar with the nuance of it, then you can navigate it very functionally. But it does take some adjustment to getting used to doing it this particular way. But once you do become familiar with it, it is intuitive in terms of the way that they've designed it. And the optical recognition piece is of the highest quality in terms of its ability to recognize the information and read it back to you. I am super impressed with the region recognition piece. So if you're reading a newspaper, you can navigate by headings. If you're like on the internet, you can navigate by headings or links. You just point your finger to that particular location. And by navigating, I mean specifically reading the information, not entering a link or a heading. So very, very useful. I could see a lot of application for reading information such as newspapers, magazines, and it does have a lot of other options as well. Let me quickly demo another way to do commands. And the voice commands function just with the simple touch of your finger, a double tap. So on the touch bar. Change voice.
Touch to change English voice, or swipe for other options. Hi, I'm Brian. Touch to
Okay, so it changed it to Brian. I should have waited. I'm going to do that one more time. Change voice.
touch to change English voice, or swipe for other options. Hi, I'm Brian. Touch to choose me, to change swipe.
Hi, I'm Kendra. Touch to choose me. Voice set.
So now I've navigated to Kendra, and if I want to read some information, let's kind of do that. I'm going to use my pointer finger again, go to a specific region, and have it read.
Get started. Gestures. You can activate your Orcam My Eye using simple Kahasa Ribai and intuitive hand gestures. Pointing gesture. Orcam My Eye can recognize text, products.
Okay.
Remove your finger away field of view, the camera of what it sees, and make several peeps to T.
Okay. So that's one way to
Disconnected.
activate
Ready to connect.
some of the voice commands using
Orcam My Eye, version 9.
Connected to my eye.
Is 31% charged.
Okay.
Bluetooth audio device Bose micro sound link connected.
Okay. So it's probably losing some level of connectivity
Gestures.
due to
Then activate 7.
it's probably losing some of the connectivity to the Bluetooth device because the battery is at 30%. So just something to keep in mind. So I'm going to turn off the Bluetooth speaker because I don't need that anymore to demo this. Okay. Just wanted people to be able to hear this very clearly. And there's multiple different commands that you can use. You can navigate your speech rate if you want to go slower or faster. You can also navigate your volume control. You can do that manually though by just simply swiping forward or swiping backwards. So now, so I've maxed out my volume by simply doing that. So, you know, the three phases are just getting used to the gestures, the touch commands, and then the voice commands. I do recommend going online to the Orcam website, accessing the manual, the PDF manual. I found it really helpful. It is not tagged, so it means that a screen reader is not going to pick it up. You can put it into a screen recognition reader for it to process the information. I actually just saved the document in preview, and then preview actually has some OCR built into it, so it recognizes the document. Whatever application you're using, you can recognize the PDF that way if you just want to do it digitally. You can also use the Orcam to do that as well. That is kind of an interesting way of doing it. So I'm sort of just demoing the device on a computer screen. Obviously, this device is in large part meant to navigate printed text, and I'll do that briefly here. So here I have some printed text, and I'm just going to, let's see, let's point here. Okay, didn't, probably helps to have the text the right way, so let's do that again. So it didn't recognize the text when it was backwards. Some OCR actually does do that, but not standalone units like this. I wouldn't expect it to. So let's go and read the back page again, see what it says.
Need more help /necessitas/ayuda/biswandate www.glucicom support 1-800.
So that's fantastic. So now that I have the book here, and I'm going to just navigate a paragraph. And it didn't pick it up, and I think the reason that it didn't was because of there was a lack of text there. And also, you want to have your page as straight as possible. Just one good scanning practice. So I'm going to do it here. Move my hand out the way. Okay. And that's actually in Spanish, but it's actually doing a pretty good job of still recognizing the information. Okay, so this is just a manual here, so I'm going to put this down. So you can access books like that. And if you're a parent, you can help your child, if you're visually impaired, access information. You can obviously go into the kitchen space. I could demo that really quickly. I think that's actually worthwhile doing. I'm going to stop my screen share here. Okay, that's actually worth doing. So I'm going to just quickly go to the kitchen and demo that so we can kind of take advantage of just observing, navigating the kitchen space. So I'm going to pull out this pancake mix that I got here. Okay. Put this here. And go with the pancake mix. It's classic on Jemima. And I'm going to put my finger here again. Actually, put it here and move it. So it did read on Jemima. The volume's low because I took it off the Bluetooth speaker. Let's go here, and I'll get a little closer. Let's see. All right, I'm going to do a physical touch here. Oh, maybe having difficulty picking this one. Okay, let me stand up straight. Okay, that did it pretty. So it's. So it did a very good job. I'm going to pause it again and just took it off the metal strip. And it did a very good job of reading the contents there. It started to read the instructions for me. Okay, put the pancake mix back and then go back to the table. So if you want to read signs, this is a great tool to do that as well. And if you wanted to do some facial recognition, you can program that as well. So that's another feature. I'm not going to cover that today, but that is another feature that you can do utilizing this device. Very powerful tool. Wearable assistive technology. That is, where this is going. Whether you're talking about an Apple Watch or a lot of the watches out there that have haptic feedback or whatever you can think of as far as, wearable technology goes. You have sonar-based navigation devices. that its function as optical detection solutions. So there's any number of different emerging technologies out there. This is a solid tool. I highly do recommend this device. You know, the price point is high. We're talking over $3,000 for this. But in terms of the work context, very useful device. And you can obviously try to tap into your local state blindness agency to get services or assistance procuring some solutions like this, or you know, you do have local Lions clubs that can assist with this as well. Really strong solution. Does take some getting used to, some practice. There's, you know, there's a lot of detail, nuance there. Definitely recommend systematically going through the manual in order to become familiar with this device. So this is Jerry FELIZ again here, thanking the Smith Fund for making this a reality. We're here at MAB, glad to provide you instruction on solutions like this, and we will be providing some of these devices for people to try out because of our partnership with the Smith Fund.